Abby, are you up?
Oh yeah.
Who's still in?
Me?
Robot and Mark.
Mark Rogue,
And
Me.
and Jordan.
Yep, and one and witchy.
Yeah.
Okay. Once we get around
Glowy
that.
hand.
Robot,
Mm.
it's your turn.
How many people are in my way?
2. There's 2 right next to you. There's none in your way. You could,
Just one.
Withdraw.
you can just get out.
Get all the attacks. All the attacks.
Take them.
You're a drunken dwarf, man. Just smash your way out.
I'm drunk? I don't remember drinking.
Nobody does.
I just came in and
So
found
the
out
roofies-
that
Gambled.
I could gamble. Yeah.
You were so drunk last night. We drank.
I'm here to make money. And I made no money. That's sad.
No, but you want a
If you
ship.
ran,
Yeah, you want to ride on a ship.
Yay.
You want a
for
cruise.
everyone.
It's a 10-man cruise.
So I can move 30, right? No, 20.
you're gonna end up 4 squares away from the door. No. Are you in heavy? Heavy armor? Oh, it does. I know it doesn't. Stability doesn't affect you for movement, but you running still affects. It's still affected by heavy armor.
Oh. Yes.
You can still make it to the door on a run.
Okay.
You're gonna draw some attacks as you go through.
Just lower your head and barrel.
Combat
forward
expertise.
your way through.
He doesn't have combat X.
Defensive running.
Oh.
I'm gonna just
If he runs, he can make it out.
do what I always
Offensive
do.
running. You do things to make people just get out of your way.
Mark, I'm assuming you're heading for the door as well.
I'll fly.
Glowy hands can get out this
He's gonna
turn.
take out the dagger. Mark's gonna take out the dagger.
Mark's out.
Kevin, are you going out?
Let's see. Who else we got left? Just the leader in here?
He's gonna
He
go
can
out
make
in
it
this turn. So
I'm gonna make it obvious that I'm trying to help him. As a
No, it's a
paladin
kiss
would.
ass.
yeah.
It's a paladin. Come
All right. Once you get
I
there,
get there like, come on, let's get out of here.
it's pretty wild and chaotic. Eventually, Jordan stumbles by you.
Just look at one of them and be like, grab my sword. It's right here. Do
And
it.
as Jordan goes by you, the military guy steps out into the street as well. He kind of follows him out. Jory,
Right, going out the door.
and I'm assuming on your next turn, Kevin, you're going out.
Yep.
I can move guys up to you, but it's not going to knock you out, right? You've got...
I've only taken 7.
Yeah, you're not getting knocked unconscious. So you guys
Last man.
are all kind of hustling out
Tell him
into
to
the street.
First man.
And Jordan's kind of just looking around at his crew, counting, just making sure everybody's there. And as he does, then he turns to you guys and he's like, "Thanks for the hand in there. Kind of a tight pinch. We'll be, out of the harbor in no time." And as he turns and starts to run, you guys are in the alley, and you guys are running this way. There's, around the other end of the alley, is a man just clad in black full plate,
Nice.
and he's kind of flanked with several other large men, and there's just like the mob that comes around, and he shouts, "Jordan figures you'd run like a dog. Now I'll get my cargo's value back in blood."
Dribble.
And you see Jordan kind of turn, and he looks at Tomadrill because he's just accepted Tomadrill as the de facto leader. And he goes, "Shit, that's Durball himself. We're gonna need to make a run for it. If we can get clear, we make a run for the docks. Don't waste your time brawling. He's got plenty of men, and the town's guard is gonna be here soon enough, and that's a problem for us all." And as he does, he just bolts. Him and his crew just bolt for the
Got him.
street.
Follow.
Yeah, following.
on. Follow.
Follow.
All right,
Everyone's gonna run.
is everybody running?
I tumble. How far away are they? Like right here?
Yeah, they're on that end of the alley, and you guys are going this way out of the alley. I mean, it's probably further than that away.
I'm gonna cast glitter dust.
Just in the middle?
Yep.
Okay.
And then run and play music at the same time. Chase music.
Oh, I am so glad I'm out of here.
Just playing chase music. Never gonna catch me. Just so when people
So-
see like this long train and all of a sudden a bard comes up playing music at the end. Ding, 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 ding.
As you guys take off, his men start pursuing you. He's obviously not in any kind of hurry.
Mhm.
And you really can't make out his features at all. I mean, he's like heavily armored.
Mhm.
And you guys start running down the street. And as you do, there's another kind of cross alley. And as you guys go past, like, more men come out. But these guys don't look like the guys that are chasing you.
Like,
And they point at, not at Jordan and his crew, they point at you guys and say, "That's them! The bounty's on them! Get them!"
I'm gonna bluff.
Nuh-uh.
26 and say, I saw them that way. They ran down there. One of them was wearing black armor.
Alright. And as you guys continue to run, Jordan kind of just turns and is like, "Friends of yours?"
They're not after us. They're after the guy in black armor.
So you guys keep running, and you're just hustling, and as you continue that way, it's just like, just random mobs are just kind of pop. It's
Everybody's
getting to be
angry.
just the whole town, this whole like shanty town, is just all out for a brawl.
Even the old folks' home empties.
And at one
With his
point,
walker.
Damn it, Gladys, I've had this grudge for years.
everybody roll a spot.
I don't see shit.
I don't.
You're even worse than mine.
Sure, everyone might see something. Tom and I see shit.
It's a 5.
23?
Oh,
Or no, 22.
I got a 13.
Because I have a 4 in wisdom.
And
Anybody who rolled over a 20.
No.
No,
There are
no.
people who rolled over a 20. Well, there's one. There's two.
what's happening?
Jory's character doesn't know because he wasn't there when this was going on. Well, actually, you would know because that's where they found you.
Yeah.
The sexton?
One of the groups that comes out of one of the alleys is all wearing the symbols of Afflux.
Okay.
Afflux.
But I didn't
Brings
see
back
anything. I'm
memories.
too busy
We didn't
running.
see it. That's good. It's good that we
I
didn't see
don't want
it.
to miss a citywide
And-
You gotta kill him.
As you guys approach and you get to the docks, you know you can see the docks. One of the Jordan's crew just takes off sprinting past you, and you can see him he jumps on the ship, and on the ship, jumping on the ship after him and tackling him is Belleville and Rob, because they're not here. We have to get them on the ship somehow. So they like tackle him, and he's like, "Get the lines, idiots!" He's trying to figure out what's going on, and he just kind of scrambles back up, and Belleville is, mute, and ultimately he does finally manage to get away, and he starts undoing the lines, and the crew starts, everybody that came out starts trickling on.
Also, sometime in this chase, I whistled for my wolf to follow me.
Okay.
Come,
Maybe your
Paddington.
wolf behind.
What's your wolf's name?
Oh, I haven't
Just
made one
swimming
yet.
behind the ship.
And obviously, the last to arrive are going to be like the halflings. They're trailing a little bit behind, and it's like the ship is already starting to move out from the docks. They have to make like the jump onto the ship.
Can I stiff arm the drunk one? No.
The drunk one doesn't actually make it. He kind of hits the water, but the military guy just like takes a gaff hook and just kind of hooks him in the water.
He's literally done this before.
Yeah, it's very obvious he's done this before.
The size.
And the ship kind of pulls away, and the dock the dock area is filling up, and like while you guys are slowly drifting out, you can see the different factions just kind of like fighting amongst themselves.
Wow.
But it's very clear that most of them have some reverence for Durbal. The exceptions would be the
The
Afflux
bounty hunters.
people kind of just leave, but some of the random groups, like the random rogues that are just out for a buck, are very clearly not.
I'm gonna cast pyrotechnics. So we have.
And And the sails light on fire.
Just playing. You guys fucking suck.
Couldn't catch two halflings. By the way, these are not the droids you're looking for. I don't bluff my way on that one.
And while you're pulling out, you know, pulling in, see, I know you don't pull out. Jordan just disappears for a while, and he eventually finds his way back up on deck. And he goes to Tomadrill because he's accepted that Tomadrill is probably the de facto leader at this point, giving the glowy.
This says I'm in charge. I'm a
And-
big deal.
He says, right now we don't have the supplies on board to make the complete trip that you've requested, but we'll stop at a harbor en route. We'll make that decision after we see what the seas bring. Let's go. He kind of brags up his ships. You know, one of the fastest ships in the water, so the travel time isn't going to be that bad. But we're talking, you know, 16, 17 weeks before we hit another port,
Oh my god.
a deep water port.
Sorry.
My pyrotechnics.
But he then, you know, offers you guys quarters on the ship. Some of you,
I'll take 50 cents.
robots,
Mm-hmm.
you're very fightery. He's like, I trust that you can handle the military style barracks.
Oh, yeah.
Others, Tomadrill, he offers Tomadrill his personal quarters, which has a locking door.
As long as you don't mind sharing.
Sounds so funny.
I
I
got a
only
hole
have
we
a
can make this
twin.
work. Thomas was like, oh, the fine sea vessel, clearly knowing nothing about ships.
Right.
He like goes scrapes like, yes, indeed, top notch.
That's a good ship right there.
He's gonna decline. Oh, my manservant Jorgen and I will take a standard modest bunk if you can. Nothing too fancy. I couldn't possibly deprive you of your quarters, but thank you kindly.
So he then he looks at the really drunk halfling and he's like, you can stay in Twitch's room, and brings you. It's once again, it's an actual room. I mean, much smaller.
Yep.
But has, you know, it's its own room. Has a lock on the door. And then he escorts everybody. He obviously would gives those of you who look like you would probably prefer more private chambers. Those of you who are more militaristic, he offers bunking with the crew, basically.
Look, I like to be
Is
in
the halfling in the room with us?
No.
Damn it.
No. The halfling, Jordan is basically ordering his guys around, and they're running the ship.
Are we currently sleeping right now?
Are you guys gonna take a night's sleep? It is nighttime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Sleep.
So you guys are taking a night's sleep, and when we get back, we'll continue there.
My wolf's name shall be Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Mm.